Today, we're about to attempt what Bugatti think is impossible. This is the $6 million Bugatti purse sport that was crashed by Alex.
Kill that boy! Kill that boy! Kill that boy! Kill that boy!
After he got paid out from insurance, he bought the car back. And last time I was here, I got all the damaged body panels off the car, the windscreen out, and all of the deployed airbags. Everyone who's got an Audi A3, you have a Bugattiiiiiiiii airbag. For that, I completely stripped the interior out. But then I found more damage. Oh. And this was bad. And that damage could decide whether this car's repairable or not. Now, one thing Bugatti didn't think we were able to do is separate the front end of the car from the rear. In order for us to inspect this damage that's on the gearbox and even see if it's repairable, we've got to remove the engine. And to do so on a Bugatti, it means we have to separate the back end of the car from the front. And after our previous video went out, Matty Rimek, the CEO of Bugatti, mentioned it wasn't possible to do in a garage.
Emotional damage!
And as we already know, Bugatti aren't going to sell us parts to rebuild this car. And they're not going to help us separate the car in half for sure. So I'm left with no choice but to give this a go myself. I don't have any special tools or special training. So if we manage to pull this off, it for sure will be a huge achievement.
And we're going to do it now. We're going to be the third, what is it, manufacturer. Whatever a man's took apart, another man can take apart.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so our first step is to start by removing the rear quarters, which are hopefully covering over the bolts which separate the back end of the car from the front.
Today you've got a new apprentice that isn't me.
I have.
He could arguably be better.
Once I've undone the bolts on the bottom of the side skirt, I started unclipping this bit of trim, which actually was clipped in the back and then double-sided sticky tape to the front. I then found out I didn't actually need to remove it. All I needed to do was take the door seal out and it revealed more bolts that I needed to take out. I undid 2 bolts holding the carbon fibre piece in, but then it still didn't want to come out.
Was that so you don't break it either?
And once he removed that, there was one more bolt which holded that trim piece in. Yeah.
Nice. Nice work.
I reckon they do that at Bugatti every time they get something off this car. Like, so we're going to take this engine cover off. There isn't just like a hatch like a regular car that you just pull a cable and it lifts up. There's bolts from underneath. I didn't need to loosen them all the way out. They're meant to slide out so then you can access the bolts for that. Wow. 2 bolts. The rear cover was just held in with 2 bolts. And look at that. If you need to top your coolant up, you have to remove the whole rear hatch to do so. This wing off, so then it just gives us a bit more leeway, and I think I can get that off in this position now. It's not too bad so far, but I think it's going to get a lot worse. Yes! And again, it just lifted out. We're here! So far, so good. Rear wing off. We're still carrying on. We're trying to get this quarter panel off. There's more bolts we've found, which are down here, little T30s. And once we get that quarter off, we'll be able to visually see so much more and make a bit of a game plan on how we're getting this engine out. Time to get it in the air. The last few bolts of the rear quarter, I think, are in the wheel arch. So I'm removing the arch lining on the right hand side and my dad is taking it out on the left hand side. And then we can take a look up inside this wheel arch to see if we can see any more bolts holding the quarter in. And there are the last couple of bolts. Just send it down and we'll take our Bugatti apart. I'm now going to pop the wheels back on so we can send the car down and push it forward off the 2-post ramp, which gives us way more room. Comes off. It was easier than I first thought. Oh yeah!
Make a good bed out of that. Bed?
A bed? And look at that. The whole side of a Chiron completely off. It looks mental, that does.